Hey guys. Yeah.
So today we have my good friend BemJ. Now BemJ, tell them what you're doing.
So I am experimenting with my diet in an effort to practice food discipline. I feel like I'm not really disciplined when it comes to food, like at all. Like if I'm like I can wake up one day like, you know what, I'm on a diet. I'm not gonna eat any carbs, I'm not gonna eat any sweets, and if someone gives me a chocolate cake that day,
It's done. It's over.
Exactly.
It's over.
And that used to work in the past because I was like an athlete. I did like 2 sports a season. You know what I mean? My metabolism was faster, but now I don't work out as much. I don't exercise as much. My metabolism is like way slower, but I still have the same food habits that I did when I was in high school and doing all sports. So I wanted to, and I also realized that if I don't take the necessary steps to like get that food discipline down pat now, when I'm older it's gonna be more difficult, like as a mom and like all that stuff. So I'm doing 5 weeks vegan, then 5 weeks vegetarian, then 5 weeks pescatarian, then 5 weeks pescatarian plus poultry, and then back to normal food. But we could go backwards. We could do 5 weeks vegan and then followed by another 5 weeks vegan and followed by a whole lifetime of vegan.
Or vegan.
I don't know about all that. I really like eggs. I really like eggs. Like, so I've done 2 whole weeks so far of the vegan. To be honest, I realized that a lot of Ghanaian local foods are vegan.
If you just take
the meat out. So yeah, a lot of Ghanaian food is like super healthy and vegan at its base if you take out like, you know, the egg. I feel like we add boiled egg to everything.
We add egg to everything. And not only that, like all our meals are so unnecessarily carb heavy.
Exactly.
And there's nothing wrong with carbs. I love carbs. Like being vegan, I do eat a lot of carbohydrates. It's just a matter of spacing out carbohydrates. Exactly. And I think that's all we just have to learn.
Everything within reason.
Yeah, everything within reason and everything. And it's like, sometimes my struggle is that like lack of awareness in eating in Ghana. Because it's like, okay, when you're having fried plantain, like must your stew also be, like the beans also be so oily on top plus, you know what I mean? So it's just saying, okay, maybe if my bean stew is oily, then maybe why don't I just boil my plantain? Or why don't I just bake my plantain? Or there's different avenues, but I love this like health cake that Ghanaians are like on this serious.
Yeah, like we're getting healthy.
We're getting ready, right? As a country, people are very much like, you know, everybody's out here running. You know, like when you go to Abri on the mountain, it's like loads of people
running. Yeah, it's really awesome. It's really awesome to see actually.
And like there are juice bars coming up around the city, like juice delivery services.
There's a vegan restaurant in East Ghana.
There's a couple. There's that's a vlog for another day. But today, tune in. But today, Vima's here because I promised to make her a vegan meal.
She's such a great friend. She's like, you know what? Let me take you out of your misery and show you how it's done. Lucky me.
Lucky you. You have a friend who's been 10 years. Yes, actually, you know what? This year would be 10-year vegan anniversary.
That's a lot. Yeah. Do you have any superpowers yet? I hear vegan comes with like some superpowers.
Oh yeah, it comes with like crazy superpowers.
Okay, well, another vlog for another day.
Another vlog. Tune in. We're gonna find. So I'm a great friend.
She is.
So cooking a meal for Bima. We're gonna get her reaction. So stay tuned. For the recipe.
I'm super excited.
I'm excited too.
Yeah. Because like I've been eating like a lot of like smoothies and like salads, and like my mom sent me like this pasta that was made from like red lentils and stuff like that, but like I just want different tastes.
Different flavors, different tastes. I always, you know, my favorite flavors of like being vegan, a lot of people ask me, what do you eat, like tofu, or do you what
I don't love tofu.
Right, and you don't have to. So it's kind of like people ask me like, what do you use to replace your meat? And honestly, I just really enjoy vegetables. Like I really just enjoy vegetables. So like for me, I like very alkaline tasting foods. You know, a lot of greens, topped with greens.
And more greens.
And more greens.
Dried greens.
Dry. Like, it's not going to be drenched in stuff.
Yeah.
With me, so it really depends on like sort of what, and I think, anyway, maybe not say too much because like there's a bunch of vlogs for other days.
Yeah. A lot of other days, a lot of other vlogs.
Yeah. So stay tuned. Also, the recipe will be coming up just in this video, so stay tuned for the recipe.
How was the food? It was really good, honestly. As I said, I've been vegan for 2 weeks, like fully now. Okay. You're full Yeah, that was really good. I would say that's like maybe top 3 vegan meals I've had so far. Top 2 and it's not 2.
What you like best about it?
I think my favorite part was the cucumber mint salad.
Oh my god.
That was really, really good. I like those flavors a lot. I would have never thought of the cucumber and mint together. I also like how you kind of rubbed the flavor out of the kale with the sea salt. It was like, all right, you got some flavor, let's get it out. Hey.
It's funny how just these tiny little tips and tricks makes things, because people say, oh, kale, it's a little bitter.
Yeah.
I don't know if I'm ready for that, but literally just
massage it. Yeah.
Just some salt, olive oil makes all the difference.
Yeah, and I like the sun-dried olives and tomatoes. Those are good too.
Yeah, that was delicious. There's a great vendor in Accra that actually marinates it right here in Ghana, and I added to it.
Yeah. I like that all the flavors were like super distinct, but also blended very well at the same time. They were all tied together by the tahini butter sauce, the green tahini. I have to ask you what it was called. I think it was the tahini butter sauce. So good. I asked for like 2 extra helpings of it. It was delicious. It really like brought out the flavors of all the different components of the Buddha bowl, but at the same time like tied it all together.
No, so the green tahini sauce, I think I'm just gonna have to do like a whole
another vlog,
like just another vlog on that because
it's so good.
It's so good. When I found out that nuts, I get reactions from nuts. The first thing I went to was sesame, and I found out the tahini butter could replace a lot of the nut butters that I was using for my other recipes. So it's a good feeling that I have that as an option for sure.
Yeah, because as a vegan, I mean, you need options.
I need to.
But yeah, no, I really love that Buddha bowl. It was legit.
I'm so glad you're
from the rice to the roasted vegetables to the different. It was just like a good medley of flavors.
Okay.
Flavors. I'm trying to say it was harmonious, if you will. In a bowl, if you will.
Well,
it was looking good.
Thank you so
No,
much.
thank you, because that was good. I'm really big on flavor. Like normally, like outside of my this vegan thing that I'm trying, I'm really, really big on flavors. Like I really like flavorful meals, like a broad palette. So for me, that was a really good meal just because it had so many different characteristics and spices going on, which is cool. I didn't really know that was an option vegan wise. You know what I mean? I've been super like on the garlic side. Garlic and onion so far in these 2 weeks. So this has been really cool.
Okay, so you gonna make it?
I don't know about all of that, but it was good. I'm not sure I can make it myself, but hopefully I'll just watch this vlog enough times that I can. We'll see. Good. No, it was good to just see like how you can get different flavors from different things. I don't know if I have the wherewithal to do that whole bowl because it's like a lot of different good
Like that. But it didn't take much.
It didn't take a lot of time at all, no.
No, it didn't take
but it took a lot of practice.
It takes focus.
And also because you are like 10 years in the game. For me, like rubbing the kale, I'd be like, is that enough? Maybe I should get that.
Oh, right, because I don't measure.
Yeah, literally. So watching it, I was just like,
yeah, just FYI.
she's making it.
I don't know how to see. The thing about measurement is that I never saw any woman in my life measure. My mom,
yeah, I don't measure either.
Right, like what auntie, which Ghanaian auntie, mother,
Measures,
grandmother have you ever seen measure in
For
the
sure.
cooking? So I just, you know, a little bit of this, a little bit of that, tastes good, and keep it going. So like, don't ask me for measurements. Go according to your taste because
100%.
I literally don't know how to measure when it comes to cooking.
For sure.
Because,
But it was good. It was good. So
delicious.
Yeah, eyeballed it and it worked. So yeah, thank you.
Oh, you're welcome, friend.
Not be soon for long. I'll have my own vegan channel, so watch out for your competition.